what I'm doing right now is on that corner, 4 feet up from the corner, I put a laser. And I've got that laser shot across to 4 feet up on that corner. And what I'm doing is I'm using that as a reference point to create a straight line to mark it so that when we put the panels up, they go up in a straight line. And that's my reference point to set the grid for this larger piece of roof. There's too much potential for there to be some creep as it goes up. So I'm gonna mark all of the rafters all the way up so that as I put each one up, I know that I am equidistant from the line that goes all the way across and is level. So you see a piece of cardboard I've got over there, about a centimeter. It's hitting about a centimeter off. I can live with a centimeter off across 81 feet. So I'm finding where it hits the level, making sure the level is straight, and then I'm marking the edge of it. There we are. And I'm going to mark this across this one on several of these. I don't have to mark it on every one, because that first panel that goes from there this direction actually sits right here. So it sits on that wall and it sits right here. So really I don't have to mark any more of them. I'm good. I'm going to put that level away, that laser level, and we're going to start working on prepping that first panel over there to go in on top of the deck. All right, we're back out here. We got most of the other stuff situated yesterday. We're ready to roll on getting some panels up, and we got to move a couple and stage them over here. We're going to move 2, I believe, just because we're putting them on a slant. The wind blew so hard this week that it actually knocked over one of the stacks of SIPS panels. So this is on a slant. I just want to set one of them down, bring another one over and set it down. Then I'm going to get it set up so that I can bring the excavator over, hook into it. We're going to swing it that direction, and we're going to take it down here and we're going to put it on top of that porch support that we made. And that's when we find out if I made it well or if I made it poorly.
That foam is ugly.
Yeah, I need...
Jim, you want my knife? Since you forgot yours.
Well, I've got those rafters strapped to the wall now, and I've got the last rafter in place. We've moved 2 of these panels over here. It's time to go ahead and put the splines in. Now, if you are new to this, we are using SIPS panels to build this house. And one of the things you have to do when you're getting ready to join them together is these channels right here along the side. You have a channel at the top and a channel at the bottom, and they take an OSB spline. That's what these are right here. At the top of them, I'm going to put some SIP seal, and that's just a sealant. It's a flexible sealant that goes in there to try and create an air block. Then I insert the spline into that channel. Then I nail it in every 6 inches. When we put it up on top of the house, we put the next one on top of it, pull it down onto it, and then we nail that one to it. It makes for a nice tight enclosure, and that allows us later on to come back and we're going to drill up from underneath, and we're going to fill these 2 channels right here with urethane foam. That creates an air gap. Air gap or an air seal? It creates a seal so that air can't come through and you don't get a mixture of hot air and cold air. When you get that mixture of hot air and cold air, you start getting condensation, and condensation is where you get rot. It also makes it highly energy efficient. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can follow along. Well, what I gotta do basically is I gotta push this thing up this way, get it into place, and then maneuver it over a little bit, screw it in. Easy peasy.
Do you want me up there to hold the strap?
I mean, I don't know what you can do for me up here.
Strap? Like when you unhook it, you don't have to unhook it from the bucket. Move it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't even got it figured out yet. I don't have a clue yet. What's that?
He moves his head when you move. Him, her, whatever they are. See? Isn't that the weirdest thing ever?
You gotta move the way you move.
Hello, you. I know, but you think the eyes are so big, you would think that he doesn't need to move his head. That's not true. Hello, you. Did they bite?
No.
How do you know? That's not funny. Not funny. Oh, OMG. How are you? He like folded up his little
little pinchers.
arm. Yeah. They're not really pinchy though.
No, they don't. They don't hurt you. Well, he flies
wow.
too. There you go. I set very conservative goals for this weekend. 2 panels. You got 1 up. This is gonna be 2. That is not my goal for every weekend, but since that was the first one we were putting up there, and I knew it was gonna be a pain in the butt, I didn't wanna get overboard and get upset when I didn't make it. This one happens to be upside down now, we gotta flip it over. She said this is gonna be cake. Well, we got 2 panels up this weekend. That was the objective. Now, that ain't gonna work for every weekend, but that gets us started. If we had one more day to work on this together, I think we could roll out another 5 or 6. But tomorrow I will be up here by myself doing some things to help get the prep work done so that when we do get up here, we can just rock it out. I don't know if it's going to transfer onto camera, but that is some kind of pretty tonight. Well, that's all we've got for tonight. Got our 2 panels. She's got to work tomorrow, and I'm going to come back up here and work on the house. We'll see y'all next week.
Good night.